evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hello, everyone, wherever you are. How are you this wonderful fine day? My name is KibbyRose. I am here to entertain you while you get some stuff done with some prolific sprints. Let me run the banner because I have a special guest and I'll explain how we do this. All right, I'm going to pull up one of my besties that is here today to help assist me in both assist me and to discuss some things, because she just happens to be the game master for the Mage Ascension game that we play. So her and I are gonna be dealing with that kind of stuff for our prolific sprints. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself first?
Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sakotumi, also known as Castboy, and I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer. Sometimes I combine those three things. I'll be working on placing beats into a new beat sheet.
I didn't realize you were working on music today.
For a sequel, yeah.
Very nice. I love it. We're all multi-talented and multitasking and everything else. So I have to do a little bragging because Sako already knows this, but one of my friends that I have known since, I think we were like 5 or 6 when we originally met. I grew up with him in my neighborhood back in Sabre Springs in San Diego. There's a film that I was behind the scenes working on with him for a minute that got recognition just recently. And I'm super stoked because they were honored with film credits and recognition credits from, I'll pull it up on our sprint because honestly, I didn't even think twice about it. I just thought I'd announce it all of a sudden because we're filming, you're doing music. I thought of multifaceted people, and James is one of them.
I'm doing horror writing, but the beat sheet is a writing tool.
Oh, well, I heard beat sheet and I was thinking music, and I know you do music too. So Forgive me for misunderstanding. It is me, Anyway, but yes, I wanted to announce that. It was, I'm actually going to pull it up right here because that's right. I have my phone in front of me. Give me my page. So here we go. So Indiana Jones and the Druid of Tutankhamun. I forgot. I always pronounced it wrong. But that is the movie. And those are the accreditations that he got, or we got. It's not him. I worked on it for a minute, but I've watched this fool make movies in his backyard since elementary school with a VHS video camera. And he was with me in that group of kids that always got picked on, was always told, you'll never make it, you'll never succeed, you have no talent. We were looked down upon by most of our peers because we were different. We were creatives. We were unique. We didn't fit into the normal mold that they tried to fit us into in San Diego. And to see him, this is 3 or 4 films now have gotten accreditations and recognition and accomplishments. And I am just watching him, and he's about to produce his 4th feature film. And I'm honestly so proud and honored to know him and honored to have worked with him. And just, this is, friends are friends through and through. And there's certain friends like Sako that become family because of certain things. And James is one of those people. Him and I have been through so much that he's family, and I'm proud of him. I really am. I'm so proud of how far he has come. And because trust me, he has made some bad, he's like me. He has made some bad decisions. He has affected some people that I love dearly that have actually helped me out in tough times very badly. But in the long and short of it, he's taken accountability and he's always made things right. And that's kind of why I've stuck around, because if I try to say that people can't change, I will be the biggest hypocrite in the world. And I won't do that because I know how much I've changed in a year and a half, in 3 years, in 5 years. And I trust people can change. So that's my little rant for 5 minutes with no cussing or inappropriate behavior, because YouTube is starting to demonetize everybody for that kind of stuff, and it's ridiculous.
Are you monetized?
No, but well, they're striking people's videos completely.
Oh.
If you cuss within the first 5 minutes, they'll just kind of like whitewash your video, and you won't get any views. And it's a little bit ridiculous, but you know, they're trying to appease the majority of people. Cora, hey everybody, doing schooling with her oldest today. I do need a video edit, but that is going to have to wait. She is teaching the little one recently. Every time she comes in for every sprint she's been teaching in school, and I'm so proud of her. It's not easy to do. Would you want to homeschool?
I would send my kid to public school probably, but I would have lessons at home too.
I was going to say I'd actually do partial. Like maybe see if I could send them to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and homeschool them Tuesday, Thursdays. That way I can make sure that, because if they had a learning disability like me, I'd really want to be able to make sure that they're getting the attention and the one-on-one that they need. That honestly, even though I was considered a special student, I still didn't get the one-on-one training that I feel like I needed. And my mom had to do a lot of teaching with me when we got home. So I would love to be able to have 8 hours with my kid at least twice a week, to just not only that, but heck, going through elementary school again. Do you know how many basics we probably missed that you would relearn? I'm just saying, as I'm writing a book and working on my grammar. And Sandy is here. Hello, Sandy. Oh, I'm so glad everybody's coming in and saying hi. I feel so special today. It's kind of funny. My horoscope said you're going to be social and communicative and planning. And I was like frowning at it because I've been so lonely.
Oh, yeah. My horoscope was basically like, don't let people steamroll you, basically. So
I have worked with you on not being so much of a pushover sometimes.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say that people not so much steamroll you, but you allow you kind of lay down. You just don't resist it, really.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You just don't tend to put up much resistance, and then you end up getting steamrolled. But I'm proud of you for working on it, though.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Because I have a feeling that, well, I could be wrong, because it is you, and I'm so close to you now that sometimes I've noticed my readings have been off with you. But this weekend, during this little event that you went through, you kind of had to do a little bit of that.
Not so much. Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Kind of putting your input in and sticking to your...
Oh, coming into my power? Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit this weekend. Not like overly assertive, but kind of like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to go over here. I'm good. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. Then I'm really proud of you. Because I know how easy it is to grab you and be like, no, let's go. But you do, you stand up to me too. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm such a force to be reckoned with, and you standing up to me has learned. You're starting to stand up to other people more easily.
Yeah.
Hey, if I can help.
Sure.
Sorry, I can be a force to be reckoned with sometimes. Yeah, and I apologize to Sandy with that too, because if there's two people in this world that know my temper and have seen my temper, you two.
Yeah,
for sure, for facts.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this.
Okay.
We were talking about before how we were possibly going to work on the mage game during sprints. However, I just realized, unless we want to be talking over and having everybody hear what we're talking about, we can't really do it while the sprinter's going.
We would have to be talking on another app?
Discord?
Sure.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can turn off my camera and
I was going to say, I'll use my phone and switch into Discord. Do you want to go into the mage room or coffee, or what do you want?
or a
The
private
bar lounge?
Bar lounge. Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
The mage coffee.
Okay. Then I will meet you in mage coffee.
Okay.
And we're going to put, oh yeah, I need to like do this whole thing, huh? Share screen.
Like a timer and
yeah, you know, the whole share screen thing, you know, with the timer. All right, guys. So we are going to go into 20 minutes on the clock. I will see you in Discord, and I will see the rest of you in 20 minutes. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. And don't forget to mute yourself. And that's the end of that sprint. And I gotta mute myself on that. See, that's what happens when people conference on separate lines and everything. But we are back. We are back.
And we're like, wiser
I
for
would
it.
have to say that Sako and I were fairly productive.
Yeah.
We got a lot done. I understand a lot more. And I'm honestly eager to play. I'm eager and excited to play. I'm looking forward to this.
And
honestly.
you get extra, you have more dots in your backgrounds.
Yeah. So well, the next sprint we'll go over that because I'm still, you got to explain to me still kind of what backgrounds are.
Okay.
And I have to respell resources because I so hurried spelling that. Ugly and wrong. So I hope that everybody else had a good time, was able to get something done. I've finally learned the difference between dots and spheres and why the heck I was confusing the crap out of everybody in the game.
Yeah.
And because I'm sorry, but to me, those are spheres.
And they kind of are, but they're dots.
They kind of are. And I'm excited I'm looking forward to this. I'm learning a lot and I'm coming up with a lot. And I got to do a little bit more research on the Sons of Ether, though, and that background. So I have a little bit more detailed knowledge about my Baron, and especially since the fact that
so you want to be a Son of Ether, right?
I thought that's what we were going with, because
I think that's what we're going with, that you're a tradition mage.
Right, because that's where I got the spinner from, because that's what you said was my tradition, was the Sons of Ether.
Okay.
So, and that's, the Mage's Son of Ether. And because we might want to think about changing that, though.
Why?
Because they're science-oriented. Well,
they are science-oriented.
Well, I guess potions.
With your potions and stuff like that, like, it would be easy to be a son.
Okay. But
like
I said,
with your potions, technically speaking, you could be anybody. You could be with any tradition.
Oh, I like that.
So,
can you be part of more than one tradition?
You can learn from more than one position. Like,
you can learn from, but you can't like be a part of.
It gets mucky. Okay. Like, you can only technically have the membership of one, but you can be so close to another that you can work with them and not have splashback.
Okay. Wait, have splash? Oh, wow. Okay, there's still a little bit more I have to learn then. Well, Cora says she doesn't know what happened, but she went from practicing names to coloring.
Yay, color. Yay, color.
You can still practice names with coloring because colors always have names.
Yes.
So you can still practice colors and names. I think Cora's just is starting to work on pregnancy brain. Because she's got little ones and she's pregnant and yeah, this one's kicking her butt a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, what pregnancy doesn't kick your butt though, honestly. So my head just bounced all over the freaking place, from pregnancies to the mage game to my book and then back again. So basically I kind of, okay. Are we ever going back to Horizon?
Possibly.
Okay.
If you give any reason whatsoever.
That's kind of funny because my ears started ringing and my next question was going to be, what reasons would we have to go to Verizon?
You could make up any reason. Like training, or you want to talk to a tradition a little more up close, or you want to go for the food.
Is Horizon the only place to learn from traditions?
No. It just so happens to be a plane where archmages can exist.
Okay, so Horizon is more of an archmage thing.
It is very much so a plane of existence where magic can exist without drawback.
Okay, so can vampires or werewolves or puka exist in Horizon?
Technically, yes,
But
but
they're not welcomed?
it's not that they're not welcome, it's that you're a long way from home.
Okay, so it'd be like somebody from Europa showing up on Earth.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so it would be strange, but it wouldn't be frowned upon.
It wouldn't be frowned upon. It would just.
But it would. Could we use Horizon as a safe meeting place?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, does Horizon ever have like events, parties, soirees, festivals, concerts?
It wouldn't. I mean, for sure they have like drawer parties, which is like the Euthanatos suffer something called jor, and it's from killing people. It's like bad mojo.
Okay.
Right? So they become morose. They become obsessed with death. They kind of like fall into this pit that is powerful. You can use these emotions in magic and stuff like that, but like your magic is tinged with.
So it's kind of like, yes, you can use
like
karma. Yes, you can use karma to make your will, but you better understand that there's going to be
repercussions.
Right, for using it.
So jor is kind of like a stain on your skull, on your soul.
No, that's different than a paradox.
That is different from paradox.
Okay. So can the stain of your soul be removed? Now, is it as complicated as removing a paradox?
It's probably easier.
It's easier.
So they have a relationship with the cult of ecstasy because the cult of ecstasy likes to throw parties.
I bet.
So
sorry, I haven't been laid in 3 years. You just said a cult of ecstasy. I'm like, pooh!
Cult of ecstasy is a tradition.
How do you get in? Yeah, oh wait, this is a game. Never mind.
Yeah, the cult of ecstasy is a tradition.
Okay.
They tend to throw parties, and they will often make friends with Euthanatos to relieve their jor.
Okay. So etherites are able to fix jor?
Not etherites, but cultists.
Huh?
Cult of ecstasy.
So cultists are able to release their jor by being friends with ethers?
To release the
negative karma. Okay, so basically to release negative karma, the cult of ecstasy can be friends with ethers? Just by being
the cult of ecstasy can make good karma.
Okay. Ooh.
So they will often make friends with people with bad karma so that they can help to relieve the bad karma and give them good karma.
Wow. First of all, I just had total deja vu with me writing and you talking, like total weird deja vu. Secondly, are you saying that the Sons of Ether are evil?
They do questionable things. So the Sons of Ether
so they're not to be evil. They're just they're curious and gets them into trouble.
So the difference is, so the Etherites used to be technocrats.
Oh.
And then they basically said, no, we have powers. We have technology. Like we.
So basically they were like, we have both. Like,
We
and they're separate.
we have both, and we can make it one thing.
Yeah, but they're actually separate things.
They are separate things.
And the
And
technocrats
the
all
technocracy was basically like, you can't be part of our club because you guys are reality deviants, and we're
because
using
of the
science.
fact that we accept that we have power.
Right.
Okay. So
The
that would,
technocracy is basically under the impression that they do not use magic,
right, that
even though
everything
they
is just
do.
science-based.
Even though they do. Yeah.
Right. Everything's just science-based. It's kind of how the Catholic or the Christian religion excuses away modern miracles.
So the virtual adepts and the
Okay.
Sons of Ether both used to be part of the technocracy.
Okay, so then what makes the other ones different than the Sons of Ether?
Their ideology.
And what's their ideology?
So technocrats believe that things that make shit happen, like that are supernatural in nature, like shouldn't be a thing.
Okay.
Um,
Like being able to create electricity like being able to turn on and off the lights with your fingers or your hand from a distance should be impossible.
Should be.
You need a light switch.
Right. It would have to be defined by science. Like
Sons of Ether are, well, no, you can use a light switch or your finger.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other group think?
I would say the Sons of Ether would make a potion or make a Promethean or something like that, where, say, like Frankenstein's monster.
Okay.
Right? You can combine electricity and dead matter and make a life, right? So, and there's an episode of
so the one, I think the
World.
ones that I'm talking about that are different. So you have the technocrats, and then you have the Sons of Ether, and then you said there was another group that are like the Sons of Ether that broke off. Their idea, what's their ideology?
They are tradition.
So they believe in only magic?
They they still use
Or
technology.
predominantly believe in.
They use technology to cast magic.
So it's like the Sons of Ether are in the middle between the technocrats and these other guys.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So if
now, do we balance that line?
Steampunk wizard.
Do we balance that line for them, or are they all complete separate entities? Like,
they're all
do these guys battle between us? Okay. Okay.
There is a battle between the technocrats and everybody else.
Well, technocrats and everybody else, but like, are the technocrats going through the Sons of Ether to attack these guys? Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. Okay.
If that is happening, like if a technocrat actually gets to a Son of Ether and starts to work through them,
yeah,
like, I mean, it's possible, and it can complicate things greatly.
Now, is that a storyline that you would want to run with?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we could.
Make a note. Might be something, if we get stuck again, might be a storyline we could run with.
I guess it depends on how many more seasons I might do.
Well, you never know. When I come back into the game, I might get the ball rolling again.
It's possible.
So, I mean, you know how my brain works. I can come up with, give me a scenario. I'll come up with 15, you know, in a drop of a hat. I just need the conditions, the parameters, and what you want to happen, and I'll give you a scenario. Just like I thought of my backstory. I was like, where did I get money? How did this happen? Oh, my parents died at a young age because of the technocrats. The Baron took me in, and I got the inheritance. Bam.
So you are super anti-technocrat.
So evidently, I'm kind of where Oren was. Well, considering Oren's out of the game, that might, so I can actually pull from Portia and from Oren, and we can kind of merge everything using me.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work. Okay. I need to make a note that I hate the technocrats.
Yeah. Because they murdered your parents.
Because they murdered my parents. Okay. So I wanted to also ask you in Horizon, to get things in Horizon, is it always a magical trade?
Not always, but it's likely to happen that way.
Okay. And can we use Verizon?
Horizon. Horizon.
Can we use Horizon as like an all-place shopping center? Like, say I want to get a baffle jacket.
There is probably a shop that does that.
So I was going to say, so if I throw to the game master, well, hey, I need to grab this because I have it written down somewhere of a list of stuff that I was reading. And I was like, I want that. I want that. I want that. No, it was a node transport connector or something like that.
Yeah. Max kind of
created one.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple
he doesn't
other
have to
things.
go through the
Portal? Doorway?
No,
Room.
he doesn't have to go into danger in order to
get back to the chantry. Well, neither do I, now that I remember, like, I can blink.
So he has a correspondence point, so magically he always knows where it is.
Okay, so, and that's why I had to have at least one in correspondence, because I can blink. Okay.
You needed 3.
I have 3 in correspondence.
Yeah, you can blink.
Okay. Trying to find where the notes are of the stuff I wanted. I went shopping.
Oh.
On Oren's list.
Game-wise went shopping?
Game-wise, I went shopping on Oren's list, and I was like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, but I gotta figure out where it is that I stuck it.
If you have a wish list, odds are really good you can find what you're looking for on Horizon.
Okay.
You might find yourself in some weird neighborhoods.
That's okay.
But it can be found there.
That's okay. I don't mind going into some weird neighborhoods to get stuff I want. Because some of this stuff here it is. The guidebook, the node finder, the truth seeker stick, the baffle jacket, the magic 6 gun, and the doom feature.
Doom feature?
Doom feature. It was let me pull up the spreadsheet. Hold on.
Is it like a way to like
it said it could be, I only went by stuff that could be used by mages. So hold on, let me go over here. Where did I find it? Wasn't fetishes. Yeah, and I clicked on fetishes first, thinking it was what I thought it was going to be, and it wasn't. I was kind of disappointed.
As a mage, you can look at fetishes and make rotes out of them.
What do you mean make roads out of them?
Rotes are kind of like rituals.
Oh.
So it would be like a prolonged spell. But you can
it is in fetishes. That's where it is. Or is that where I'm clicking? Yeah, it is fetishes. Doom feather. Or it wasn't a doom feature. It's doom feather. The guidebook, horn of distress, amulet of kinship. But those are for kinfolk.
Right.
So, but there was the ones I named were the ones that I was like, on the spreadsheet it says mages can use.
Mages can use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I was also curious, like.
But you would basically take the effect of that fetish and figure out how to do it.
Well, the effect is like -2 and difficulties to fit in. So that would be what, appearance?
No, that it can add points to your appearance. It can add points to your charisma.
Okay.
Probably what's going to happen, because it says a -2 in general, right?
Right.
Then let's say you need to do a charisma etiquette,
Okay.
right? You can get +2 or -2 difficulty to that.
Oh, I get it. So if I was
It gets
okay,
easier.
I see. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
So automatically it's a 4, which is as low as it can go.
And I was wondering about that. So 4 is as low of a difficulty as it can go.
Mhm.
Why?
Because at that point, why not flip a coin?
Okay. Because why? Wait, what?
If it's a 2-sided die, like that's a coin.
Because okay, so that's why the number of difficulty has to do with the fact that you guys use a 6-sided die.
Or
Got
not
it.
a 6-sided die, but a 10-sided
A
die.
10-sided die. Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
So, okay, I'm trying to think of something here. Okay, so if I had, for instance, if I had light as a feather, just
Stick
example,
overboard. So you want to fly.
right?
Okay.
And I have like 2 in dexterity and 2 in wits, and the difficulty was 6.
Okay, so you don't necessarily combine your attributes unless you're doing initiate
Well, I'm going off an example you had in the game because,
okay.
or I was trying to outrun somebody, and
Dexterity
you
and
had me
athletics,
roll.
maybe.
No, you had me roll. I was trying to outrun somebody, and then you had me roll wits and dexterity.
That is because you were doing oh, what's the word for it?
I forget exactly what it is, but I'm just
It's
using this as
basically you entered combat.
okay. Then change what I'm using. Give me the doom feather.
What does the doom feather do?
5D difference with 6 aggravated.
Whoa. Okay.
So what would that do? I basically would win.
Anything you pointed at would
Yeah.
basically cease to exist.
Ooh. Yeah, I want the doom feather.
So you
And I
can
wish I
kill
had that in
people,
real
you can
life
get
because
rid
there's
of
a couple
ghosts,
people
you
I'd
can
use
get
it
rid of
on.
demons, you can yeah.
Now I have a question for you with that. I know if I use that like IRL in the game, I would be committing paradox. What if I used it in Horizon?
You would not suffer paradox.
Okay. Because that is a definite paradoxical situation if you use it in combat in real life.
You would have to be crafty as fuck. And with
Yeah.
a high enough, because you have like a 4 in martial arts, right?
3. I have
Okay,
a 4 in
3.
athletics.
Then, oh, if you have a 4 in athletics, have you taken your specialization? Like what sport you were best at?
It was taekwondo or karate.
Then
That's why I
you
had the
can go
nunchucks.
ahead and put karate as your specialization.
Because that's why I had the nunchucks.
So you can, with athletics, you did the sport as opposed to did sparring and stuff like that.
I get a what as opposed to sparring?
You did like the schooling
Yeah.
as a
Because we went off of that because of how much training I already have, like
right.
in real life. Because I was like, because you asked me, you're like, can you dumb it down? And I was like,
Yeah.
my instinct. We're taught 15 years of training. Like
Mhm.
I can't dumb that down.
Right.
I can to a point, but not while I'm thinking of so many other things during a game.
And it's hard to simplify.
And your natural reaction is your natural reaction. I mean, when you know how to defend yourself, there's so much that goes into like your immediate reaction that you don't realize. Yeah. And just listening to the game, I'm too advanced already. Like I've already made my character too advanced in the fighting.
Yeah.
So, okay. So are we ready for another sprint, guys?
We can do a sprint.
I hope you've been enjoying our conversation about Mage.
Which
And,
makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, you never know. There might be somebody out there who's like interested in playing and they don't know how to play, and maybe they can pick up some information. Or maybe some of our game people will come back and watch the sprint and be like, "Whoa, okay." So, but either way, I'm learning, and that's what I needed, and I'm getting a better feel and idea for my character and everything else. Oh, wanted to ask you.
Sure. Do you want to wait
Since
until
I
the
am
sprint?
a potions master.
Do you want to wait until the sprint to have this talk?
Maybe, but I'll probably forget if I honestly, because what I wanted, honestly, what I wanted to know is if there's any way that I can be immune to like belladonna.
You don't have life. Is that
I
right?
have one in life.
Never mind.
Huh?
With your one in life, you would be able to tell what is super poisonous and what is not.
Yes, but is
So
there
you can
any
build
way
a
that I could
resistance.
do like a mission or something where I could build up an immunity to it?
You can build an immunity to it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to do that.
Okay.
Because that's something that I was researching, and you can actually do that in real life. I don't suggest it.
I don't suggest it.
I don't recommend it. Don't suggest it. Always talk to your doctor before you add anything to any diet. But I was researching that, and I was like, if that's something you actually can do, and I'm a mage in a game, maybe that's something, you know. And I was thinking, well, maybe my Baron did it to me without me knowing. And that could be part of a backstory.
Sure can.
Because, like, what if somebody was trying to...
He's eccentric enough. He would do something like that.
Huh?
He's eccentric enough. He would do something like that.
Because I was thinking, how good of a backstory would it be? But that, like, people were trying to kill him with belladonna, and he already had an immune to it. So instead of me coming across it and accidentally ingesting it, he just started building up my tolerance to it without me knowing.
Sure.
So, and then one day I accidentally eat belladonna and I start panicking. And he's like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about that." And I'm like, "Hey, what?" He's like, "Nah, all those times you were sick, that's why you were sick. Yeah, remember when you almost died? Yeah, that's why. I've been poisoning you with belladonna.
I've been poisoning you. Yeah.
Building up your
immunity.
immunity.
You were a kid.
I also wanted to just see what it would do. All right, so we're gonna put 20 minutes on the clock. I'm actually gonna go take a smoke break.
Okay.
Because my brain needs it.
Yeah.
So I will see you there, and 20 minutes on the clock here. So in 3, 2. Oh, that reminds me. I got to check out the blister I got. I'll show that when I get back. 3, 2, 1, and sprint. Don't forget to mute yourself. And that's the end of that one, ladies and gentlemen. And I already let Sako know. I'm gonna have to end the stream here, guys, because my Crohn's has decided to go ahead and throw a temper tantrum, and I probably have about 15 minutes before I'm going to be on the floor in pain. So we're going to end the stream there. Sako, would you like to do your outro before I do mine?
I think everybody who's in the audience knows who I am, but in case you don't, I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Castboy. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer. And sometimes I combine those three things. And if you like this video at any point, I encourage you to hit the like button.
And I am KibbyRose, and I will be here when Friday. We do sprints Wednesdays and Fridays from 4 p.m. to 6-ish. This is why I put ish in it, because with fibromyalgia and Crohn's, sometimes I got to go by what my body says. So y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.